Yes, boys, what's happening? We are back for another episode of this Tottenham Hotspur career mode. Now, it has been a little while since we sat down and recorded a video, so we might be rusty. I got that illness. You know, does anybody else get this? I get this every single year near enough. I will get ill one time before winter and one time before summer. I don't know if it's because of the weather change in the UK, but that seems to happen to me every time, and I'm just slowly coming out the other end. So if there's some cough breaks in this one, I do apologize. I'm going to try and edit as much as that out as possible. But we're back on the Tottenham save, and there is so much to do in this episode. There is so much that happened in the last episode. There's comments to go through, so let's just get into this one. You know what to do. If you're new to the channel, smash subscribe. We are pushing our way to 10k, and we are so, and I mean so close to it right now. I can't believe that we're nearly there. So thank you very much to all of you guys. Smash the like button. Let's get into it. Now, I think probably the biggest news in the last episode was the Dominic Solanke injury. 3 months he is out. So when we actually go in here and we look at the monthly structure of what we're going to be dealing with Dominic Solanke being out of the club for 3 months, we've got the tail end of this month in November by Leverkusen, Manchester United. This extremely busy month of December. We're hitting January in this episode, boys, but there's so many games. This extremely busy month of December, and then, of course, an extremely busy month of January, and then, you know, he'll probably be back hopefully around this Liverpool and Brighton game, maybe before that, but we'll see if he's fit for the Chelsea game. But that would be 3 months, plus I don't know if it's exactly 3 months, or does it work out that it's 3 months with the bandage time? Because if it's 3 months with a bandage time, then that'll be 3 months exact. If you guys know what I mean, like when a player comes back from injury, they don't come straight into the team. You can't use them straight away, and then you've got to get their sharpness up. So I don't know if it will be 3 months or a little bit more than 3 months is basically what I'm trying to say. But either way, it's going to be Liverpool and Brighton by the time he's back. So, I mean, unless there's some European games in between here, which hopefully we're going to get that far, because it's super important that we do well in the Champions League. At least, God, we got to make knockout stages. But that injury obviously throws a spanner in the works, because one of those months that he's going to be missing out on, a very busy month, is January. And we could easily sign a striker at the start of January. We decided not to. Now, there's been a lot of mentions in the comments. Obviously, your guys' thoughts on what we should do with this. Now, Son is an option up top that people are suggesting. I get it. Velez actually performed extremely well at the end of the last episode. So bringing him in and giving him the opportunity, well, let's be honest. He's going to have the opportunity up until January. So that's going to kind of be the audition for Velez of do we sign a striker or don't. That's where my mind's at the minute. If Velez performs well in the lead up to January, we probably will not sign another striker. Another suggestion to play a striker though as well, and one that I wasn't expecting, but apparently Ange has done this in real life, was Dejan Kulusevski. Now we have a real problem with our cam situation at the minute because we have Madison, Angel Gomez, who has just really, he's been performing. So that's why he's getting these opportunities. We have Donnelly, a youngster who we'd love to give game time. He could potentially play up top, maybe, and then Kulusevski. So I'm kind of flooded at the cam position without the need for all of these cams. One has to go, surely, or change and move position. Is Kulusevski going up top potentially what we do there? And he's not quick. He's okay at shooting. Shot power, long shots he's better at, if we're honest. He's finishing 76. Like, that's not horrendous. And he would be good at controlling the football. I'm really going to be looking at our striker to be a spearhead of the attack, because for me, Solanke gets in behind, he scores goals. That's what he's good at. He's not as great at passing and moving it on, a little bit like Harry Kane was a jack of all trades, right? He was good at all of it. And Velez, to me, seems like a player that's better at receiving it to his feet. He's very good on the ball. He's got great footwork, and then knocking it out to my wingers. So I'm expecting my wingers to score a lot of goals. Now, Kulusevski could potentially do something like that as well, because he's a good dribbler, he's a good passer of the football, and he's actually extremely strong. He has 80 strength. So maybe Kulusevski could play that role. Now, if we look at the stats, it's really going to start to show how important Dominic Solanke has actually been for the team, because there's not been many goal scorers. And when we look at it, it's Madison with 4, Son with 4, and then Solanke with 4 and 2 assists. So we don't have anyone this season just rolling out there and scoring tons of goals. Now, granted, Solanke's played 16 games with 4 goals. This isn't a good return, but he scored the important goals. You know, the ones when you need them to hit the back of the net to win the game. So I can't be too mad with him. But we have lots of games to get through first. We've got Manchester United here. We've got Bayer Leverkusen coming up in the Champions League. And as things stand in this competition, that would actually be a huge win if we could get this win against Leverkusen. They're just behind us. I think the biggest thing is don't lose it. But if we could jump up to 9 points, I know everybody else is playing, but that really puts us in with some of the top teams. And it would be lovely to finish in those top 8 teams to not have to play as much. And again, what is going on It's meant to be winter. I'm telling you right now, lads, I've had to start putting the heating on. It's like 4 degrees in here, but for some strange reason in the office, the sun shines. I also have to mention that the Premier League is going pretty well this season now. Manchester City unblemished at the top of the table. They're absolutely running away with it, 6 points clear at the minute. But with the victory in the last episode against Arsenal, we've created a bit of a gap now, 5 points between ourselves and them. I don't think we challenge for a title this year. Well, Burnley are doing well, but I don't think we challenge for a title this year. But the fact that we are just in there and in the equation, and I would hope comfortably in Champions League football, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Now, with all these transfer and injury worries, we did send another youth scout out, and we decided on Holland. I like it. I like the idea of going to Holland. We're going to do centre-back, CDM, centre-mid, and cam, and I'm going to pick none of these. I don't care what role they'll play. We will train them to play our role. So we have 3 scouts out right now. We got Wales, we got Finland, and we got Holland. I'm still open to suggestions. The ones I have on the list are Belgium, because obviously they had a huge Belgian contingent, did Spurs at one point. And I also have Jamaica on the list, because someone recommended Jamaica, and man, that's cool. I like that. That's a good idea. Now, for this game against Leverkusen, though, I am going to rotate a little bit. We've still got some of the heavy hitters in there. You know, Son, Udoji's in there, Van der Ven's still in there, Vicario, and obviously Velez up top. But I thought I'd bring in Archie Gray and Brennan Johnson for this one today. Bayer Leverkusen are actually an extremely good side. They have some very heavy hitters like Victor Boniface, Adley, who's just going to keep getting better. I mean, this front line that they have is actually insane. Florian Wirtz playing at left mid, Palacios, Gavi. They've signed Gavi. Oh my God, Frimpong, Incapeta. I'm not going to try and say his name, but he's good. And then Radecki in goal. And their bench, yeah, don't sleep on it. They've signed Makoko. They've got Alexi Garcia as well from Girona. Accardi there, that's a blast from the past. Scalvini, Grimaldo. This is a very, very good Bayer Leverkusen. This is a... You could even say bigger than us. They're bigger than Bayern Munich maybe in this save right now. You can say they're definitely maybe bigger than us. So I'm nervous for this one, but I really have to focus that we have Manchester United after this. And this is still a strong 11. And then Brennan, make a run. Him in behind could be dangerous. Oh, I got the shot off. I thought they were catching up to me. Well, they were catching up to me. We definitely should have scored there. That should have been 1-0. I don't know how many times they're going to let me just run through them like that. Frimpong. Better of destiny. He's got the better of destiny. I know he wanted to bring it across. Oh, my days. How has he scored that near post? I couldn't decide if he was going to cross it in or go for it. And I thought if he goes for it, it's Vicario. It's near post. But, wow. He gets it in. He's a dangerous man. A very, very dangerous man. We're 1-0 down. And I am starting to think that this could be a very difficult tie. Can we create something now? Velez wanted Son. Son just didn't make a run. Although Son's going to pile through him. Coming Son back across. Oh, it was a poor ball across. It was a poor ball across. That's better though. Let's get some life into this game for Tottenham. Oh, we made a mistake with Luka Modric. Murillo tries to get there. They get it across. What a save, Vicario. He's stopped being so loose with the passing in this second half. It's what kind of causes issues there in that first one. Actually, Gray up against Jonathan Tah. Vicario can collect it in the end. Good little run from Son. We'll try and loft that one in. Brennan Johnson will get there. He's not the biggest of headers. Oh, that's frustrating. That was nice play from the boys. Kind of lift the spirit a little bit. Oh, that was good. Velez. He's found Madison. Madison, there's so much strength back there. There is just so much strength in their back line for me to deal with. Victor Boniface about to get sent off. Oh my God, he is. I can't believe it. He just siphoned down Van der Ven at the back. Like, it's such an unnecessary tackle for him to make, but he does it. And now he's off the pitch. The problem is that tackle doesn't necessarily leave gaps in the back. Now, I'm doing something wild. I'm going for Donnelly at striker. How that works out, we're about to find out. I've brought an Odebear as well. See how he does. Donnelly now. Looks to cut that one inside. Oh my God, Donnelly's still got it. Oh my God, Donnelly's still got it. Donnelly! Oh, he doesn't have the shot. Get a second. Oh my God. Donnelly nearly made it 1-1. That would have been a huge moment for the youngster. Can't believe how well he did there. But there's not much time left on the clock. Can we get him in position again? We couldn't get another chance. That was it. Last chance to learn. They have a man sent off. Donnelly comes on and nearly scores. And we're umming and ahhing on this striker situation because we just don't have anyone right now who's bagging goals for us on a consistent basis. And it's so frustrating. He had a chance right at the end, did Donnelly, to snatch it. But when I look at that Leverkusen side, they are very special. That was a difficult tie, but a point would have been so much better. Trip to Old Trafford next then to take on Manchester United. And our Premier League form has been very good. And we tend to not do that well in Europe, but do well in the Premier League. And I have listened to you guys. It was suggested it was a hashtag Ask Yorkie. And today, starting up top, is Dejan Kulusevski. Let's see how he does. Not that Velez, I'm down on him because of the last game or whatever. The last game did not go well, though. But Kulusevski up top today. Let's see how he does. Like, players are getting an audition for the team to play up top. I like Donnelly, actually. I actually really like Donnelly. I think he's going to get a couple more chances in this time period that Dom Solanke's out. Especially, you know, believe in the youth a little bit. But I just needed him to score that chance. I just needed him to take that huge moment when he had the opportunity. And he's played a great ball in behind. Højlund! Big save for Cario. And Amad Diallo turned me. That's another big save. It's a pretty crazy start for us. And passes like that aren't going to help me. Giving away tons of corners aren't going to help me either. Wow, we need to figure it out. Why are we putting anyone in there like Angel Gomez in that situation? Destiny Udogie steals it. Now, could we be on Heung-min's son? He's going to have Angel Gomez. He's run from these positions before. Angel Gomez, slip it inside. Bakayoko! Yes! From their corner to Tottenham's goal. What a goal for Bakayoko. Great play from Son. Great play from Angel Gomez. And to be fair, it's great play from Destiny Udogie, getting that ball up out there to Son. We are wild on the break, though. We are so dangerous on the break. And that's a nice finish. Get it onto the right foot and just slot it home, Bakayoko. We believe in you. You're my hero. Said I needed the wingers to grab goals as well. That's going to be super important with the striker situation we have right now, is that these wingers get goals. Adroparo. Stop ball in behind to Bakayoko. Can he do? He's so strong. Look at that cut in there from Bakayoko. And Anna saves it. I'm really starting to love the signing of Bakayoko. As much as Brennan Johnson is probably the starter right now, Bakayoko's really working his way into my favour. You know what I realised I didn't do? And that's shot the Manchester United squad. But it's probably a good job I didn't. This is not a great Manchester United squad. It is a squad that you could say is maybe building, but they've not really added many pieces to the puzzle that made this team that much better. Depay came in. Yafabal came in. And, I mean, look at the team. It's not the one. They're just not very great. The fact that they're not playing Alphonso Davies today, though, is a really weird question that I'm happy that they've decided not to do it. Kulusevski has barely been involved in this game. It's been a really weird match for him. Joint top goal scorer, Heung-min's son. Screw it. Joint top goal scorer, Heung-min's son. I was hoping for a deflection back to more the centre of the box. But what a way that would have been to start the second half. We definitely need a second. One. Oh, I think I timed it well. I think I timed it perfectly. Heung-min Son. Oh, what a save from Anana. You genuinely always think that Son's going to score from that position. I'm going to bring Gomez off. He's knackered. Let's bring on Madison. Whipping a nice corner with Dejan. It's a good corner. Howard Bellis nearly scores. We nearly get the second ball. They are playing around at the back. What are they doing? I can smell a second goal coming. James Madison. That one around to Sa over to Son, surely, and Anana saves it again. Anana is playing out of his skin right now. But it is good to see Tottenham getting another win in the Premier League. A game we dominated. It's only 1-0. We're finding this year. Our attacking fluidity hasn't been fantastic, but once again in the league, we have one of the best defenses. Bakayoko coming in and scoring, though. That's big. We still have so many big questions, though, at striker. I have no idea what we're going to do. But there is one thing. I've actually been really impressed by Jamie Donnelly. He's showing great potential. He's 20. So if we were going to give him an opportunity, now probably would be the best time to give him that opportunity. Next up after Manchester in the league was Bournemouth. I played a very strong 11. Bakayoko bagged 2 and Son scored. I started Velez in this one. And once again, it's showing that our wingers have to get the goals, but the striker is going to be key to setting them up. Now, we do have 2 scout reports back, though. One from Wales and one from Finland. Oh, okay. I've already spotted who I think might be the source in this one. Connor Bailey, left midfielder. Obviously trying to find the next Gareth Bale. I need to get rid of some players in the youth squad. Now, this year, because it's so much more difficult, you've got to make such bigger decisions. You have to go in from time to time and get rid of some players. Now, what I am going to do, actually, is I'm going to promote Jackson Clayton to the team. He has mid potential, but I'm going to do that. And then when I actually look at some of these potentials, I really only want the higher end guys. So I'm actually going to drop a couple of these 83 potential players who I don't think are going to make it. I do wish slightly they would up the limit, but Connor Bailey is going to be signed into the academies. Keep your eyes peeled on him. Now, do we have any bangers from Finland? That's the big question. And okay, we have a couple who could be Tatu Niemi. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am. And then, oh my God, Soli. I'm not even going to try and say that. I'm not even going to say it. Hamalainen? Hamalainen? Jeez, I don't know. I'm going to stop both of them, though. I don't know how long they'll stay in the academy because their base end potential wasn't very good, but we'll see what the future holds. We're still waiting for the scout report back from Holland. Newcastle next in the league, then St. James's Park. The big news for this one is Donnelly is going to start up top. Now, I think this is probably the game that decides it for me with Donnelly. If he performs well in this one, we're just going to start retraining him to be a striker. That doesn't mean he's the guy that we're going to go with right now. I mean, it's probably still going to be Velez. But if he performs well in this one against Newcastle, that's it. I'm changing it. Now, Newcastle are such a bogey side for me. And look at their team, man. Look at that. Isaac, 87. Gordon, 84. I mean, the rest of the squad isn't like too much to write home about. They're in such a weird building stage of being a mammoth team. And then they've got Luca Romero. I used to love Luca Romero. Does he still grow insanely well? They got Dusan Vlahovic, Sandro Tonali, Sven Botman on the bench. So, Eddie Howe not making the greatest of decisions there. Also, should note Brennan Johnson for Son today. I just need someone to pick up the Son slack a little bit. I'm trying to manage his minutes this season, how much he has to perform. Bakayoko out wide has been absolutely superb, but I kind of need a little bit more from somebody else. Oh my God, Bakayoko. Bakayoko, back across. Pope is there. Maybe needed a bit more power on that one. I would love to get Donnelly his first goal today, honestly. Or just a big time assist. Oh, we've been undone. We've been undone massively. Get to it. Oh, what was that? What was that clearance, Van der Ven? He basically got an assist. You have an assist there, Van der Ven, to Isaac. We got safe. I thought they'd scored with the Gordon opportunity. It's where Newcastle are always my bogey side as well, but Vicario kind of chases Isaac also instead of getting back in goal. Oh, what a shambles there at the back. One of the best defenses in the league. But I don't know what we were trying to achieve there. There's one thing that Newcastle really has in abundance, and I struggle when playing against those kind of teams, and it's pace. And they have it, and movement as well is pretty decent. They have so much pace in this team. Oh, Isaac's going to get that to Gordon. Back into Isaac. It's 2-0 Newcastle. We are being torn apart. Brennan, inside. Sarr wants that again. It's a terrible pass into Donnelly. Oh, this is going to be a really difficult game to get back into because they are dominating it. So, wants that inside. It's found Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson on the inside. Slips it to Donnelly. And Burns gets back just in time. I don't know if I want to be rash and make subs too quickly. I don't think I do. You're going to have games like this. And we always struggle against Newcastle. I think it's just the way they play. Honestly, the pace they have, the way they play, Isaac always scores goals against me. He always has done. And Gordon's a nightmare to play against. Reinders slides it in. Finds Bakayoko. So lift that one over then to Donnelly. And if Donnelly can get to this, he can. Donnelly! Oh, he's got no power on his shot. That is Donnelly's biggest issue. He's not the greatest at shooting the football. We have really struggled in this game. So I'm going to make a lot of changes. A lot of them are offensive changes because going forward is probably where we've struggled the most. Oh my God. I can't deal with Isaac. I genuinely can't. He's so good. Oh, get that one in. Velez now, this time, take it, shoots. Oh, we might be back into the game. It's nice to see Velez come in and score as well. And what a tackle and assist from Reinders that is. There's definitely enough time left on this clock as well to get like at least one more opportunity. We are running out of time to score. Angel over the top. Angel, touch, shoot. Oh, Sven Botman got there. That was the moment. We are going to lose this one 2-1. Honestly, lads, Newcastle are definitely our bogey side. Never perform well against them, but this is how the league's looking right now. And even with all the good performances we've had, like Arsenal have managed to close the gap to 2 points. I don't quite know how that has worked because we've actually only lost one game in the league, and that was that last game. We won the 2 before that, and the gap was 5 points, and they haven't played a game more. So maybe I was just reading it wrong and they'd played a game less. But nonetheless, we still are second in the league and we're comfortably in the top 4. And that's all I really care about this season. Now, I am going to make the decision, though, to change Jamie Donnelly. Now, I know he can't score right now. So we're going to train him on advanced forward, I think, because that improves his finishing, his attacking position, shot power, long shots, as well as his sprint speed, which we need him to get faster. I prefer him playing in that striker position. So we're going to retrain him. It's going to take about 18 weeks. Now, that is in no stretch me saying he's going to be the man up there. I'm actually going to keep giving these opportunities to Velez because he's impressed me the most out of anyone. I've also made a huge decision. I'm going to loan out Mikey Moore, and I'm also going to loan out Archie Gray just for half a season. I think while we have Luka Modric in the team with Bentancur, Reinders, and Sarr, it makes sense to then next year have players like Archie Gray, Bergval, and Kerry coming back into the team. And it's a similar mindset with Mikey Moore. Let's get him out. Let's get him improving, and then he can come back into the team. Now, we knew this was coming. I just didn't know when this was coming. We had the same with Richarlison. Dejan Kulusevski comes to me, sits down in my office. He says, I need more games, boss. Not playing isn't good for where I am in my career, and I couldn't agree more. But it's so hard to overlook the fact that James Maddison and Angel Gomez now both have 4 goals each. Both of them are hugely contributing to the team. And if we didn't have one of them, Kulusevski would be getting a game time. But I have both of them. I see Gomez as the future of that position. I really like James Maddison now. I've started to fall in love with him and using him. So I actually think, as crazy as this is, and this is where your guys' feedback is going to be the most important, because we probably won't finish all of January in this episode. There'll be a bit left of it. Do we let Dejan leave? I think we have to. If it was up to me, I think we should let him go. They do not come much bigger than this, then, boys, because this is a grueling December, and after that last result against Leverkusen, no matter how good they were, we need to get back on track in the Champions League. Velez does start up top, because I'm really impressed with his performances so far, to be honest with you. We have a strong side. I'm sticking with Brennan out wide as well, and I'm actually loving the way the team moves the football. If Brennan could have got that ball over. Now, this is a very difficult side because they've made some good signings, but they still have Nico Williams in the team. He's going to be a problem. I've already shown that I struggle to deal with pace. Well, that is exactly what he brings to the team. I should also mention his brother's pretty quick as well, and he's playing on the other wing. But this, by no stretch of the imaginations, is one of them where you go, yeah, that should be a win in the Champions League. No, definitely not. This is a very difficult game. Right there. Got it into Brennan. Brennan then tries to slide that one into Velez. Good touch, Velez. It needed to be. Oh, Velez is in the goals, boys. It's going to be 1-0 Tottenham. Brennan Johnson with the assist. That's what I want from him. But I needed this man to score goals. What a finish that was. Williams. I'm just praying that he doesn't get out. It's Williams to Williams. And that, luckily for us, is going to be Vanderson collecting the football, but you wouldn't be happy with the clearance, would you? Sanchez with a shot, saved by Henderson. Obviously, Henderson in net. This one today is our rotation goalkeeper, our second string. Half from Reinders. Look at that strength as well. He'll knock it onto Heung-min Son. Can Son go? Of course he can. Of course he can. He's got the strength as well. Heung-min Son, though, needed better help. Denzel Dumfries has joined Atletico. I got an early corner. Bilbao a dangerous side, so they've got some height as well. Velez! Oh, that is so bloody close. They do have a bit of height back there, though. They've got Lisandro Martinez on the bench as well for Manchester United. And they signed Denzel Dumfries. This is a really good squad that they've built. Not that they should be able to sign any of those players. Remember, they signed Basque players only, but they have them. And Johnson's been found. Puts aside. Johnson across. Velez! Oh, it's 2. 2 before the half. And some great football from Tottenham. And Velez has 2 goals, boys. Can you believe it? 2 goals in one game? So far, we've actually been able to keep Williams semi-quiet. It's because I'm just pushing him wide and letting him have the room down wide, but then forcing him to cross in. That's right. Inside. Look at that from Van der Ven. He's such a good defender. Huge win here at home then in Europe. Absolutely massive. Velez gets the job done for us. What a performance. 20th place, Forest next in the league after the European game. And we're going to win it 1-0. Bentancur with a goal. Wow, really weird bid then for Archie Gray. Obviously, we've added him to the loan list. Apparently, Manchester City want him for half a season. Do you reckon they've got an injury at like CDM or centre mid? Because if they do, that would absolutely be huge here. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to see, but who have they got? They got Gundogan, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Mateus Nunes isn't playing for them. They've got quite a few, to be fair. Calvin Phillips is playing a lot for them. Rodri. Nah, I can't see. It would be awesome to be able to see if they had a player injured, and that's why they were trying to get him on loan. I'm just going to reject that one. Because realistically, with the players they've got, there's no way he'd be getting game time. Wow, they continue. We get Manchester United straight in after that. I'm just going to reject all those dumb ones, but we should get a good bid for him at some point. I'm imagining it's going to be like Bournemouth or something that he ends up going there. It was Chelsea next in the league for us, and this could have easily gone either way, but it looks like we couldn't finish our dinner. We had the same amount of shots. In fact, we had better. better in terms of chances. But Raheem Sterling and Nicholas Jackson gives Chelsea the victory at Stamford Bridge. And frustratingly for some, maybe not for me, 2 days later we played against Leeds United. They only had 2 chances in the entire bloody game, and they scored 2 of them. Knowles and Ferreira, someone who's been recommended. Bentancur scored for us late on, but we lose 2-1. I feel like sometimes we can have a bit of a dip of form as we hit this time of the year, and that tends to happen to us. I think the inconsistency with the squad doesn't help either. 13 wins, 5 losses this season. Only conceded 17 goals though. Again, still one of the best defensive teams in the league, but as you can see offensively, we've only scored 27. Arsenal go ahead of us, but we are still pretty comfortably in the top 4 as we are getting very close now to the January transfer window. But before we can enter the January transfer window, we're going to have a huge clash here in London against a London rival. We're going to be taking on West Ham, and hopefully we can get back on track. That result against Chelsea didn't bother me too much, but the one against Leeds, we have to be better. Now, we've opted for a very strong starting 11 for this game, apart from I'm bringing in Odegaard. I feel a bit harsh on him. I don't feel like I've given him the chances that he deserves in this team. So it's in today, and I'm just trying to manage Son's minutes. This has been a hectic month in December. December and January are the 2 most hectic months of this entire season. They have Højbjerg, obviously ex-player. They have a player in there I wouldn't mind, Mohamed Kudus. He's definitely someone I've been looking at. But this could be a really good turnaround and a good 3 points for us. I would expect us to have a good performance here, if I'm honest. But it is in the rain, and I struggle in the rain. And I would love more than 1 goal, because we are just a team that is just obsessed with only scoring 1. Joe Gomez in there to Velez. That's a great ball in! Velez is fancying it at the minute. That was close. West Ham signing Reynaldo as well. Just makes them even better. I don't like this free kick position for Ward-Prowse, just because we know he scores bangers. Luckily, he hits the wall. You take really heavy touches in the rain. Like, genuinely, you take such heavy touches in the rain. Bakayoko inside. Go on, Odegaard. Velez into him. It's going to end up with Velez. Oh, what a save. Pau Lopez. Gomez. Odegaard. Into Velez. Great footwork, but I just didn't have somebody in behind, and that's exactly what I was looking for. Odegaard slides it back in. Back across. Gomez. Bakayoko! He had to take a step back, and that was close. I really do rate Gomez. I can't... If anyone's used him on this year's game, he is so fluid. Bakayoko. Into Reinders. What a save. Pau Lopez right now is just proper saving their bacon. It's chance after chance, but you can't keep that man out. Velez with the goal from the corner. It's been so long since we scored from one of these, and it's Velez with the goal. I couldn't be happier with that finish as well. He gets there above 2 men. Reynaldo couldn't get to him. Norgard couldn't get to him. And he just trickles that one into the corner. In off the post in the end. It was going to take something special to beat Pau Lopez, man. The guy's been a beast. We all already know 1 is never enough. Odegaard into Velez. Start of the second half. Forces Pau Lopez into a big set. That's what we want. More of that. Now, West Ham are still in this game at this scoreline. Although, Gomez in there to Velez again. Velez again. Oh, I thought that was going to be 2. We have bodies moving in out. Hato just knocks it in to Angel Gomez. Great save, Lopez. Couldn't really strike it cleanly. We're going to keep pushing here for a second, because I would love a second as Reinder's header saved off the line. 1 less chance in this game then. From the corner. Sin towards Velez. It's nearly another. Pau Lopez has saved them massively today, but we are going to win this 1-1-0. It should have definitely been more. But 3 points is 3 points. I really wasn't wrong about Pau Lopez. 15 shots for us in this game. We are officially here then at the start of January. And I still have no idea what I'm going to do in this window, but I do want to eye up a couple of the strikers we could go for. Right now, for me, though, Velez is absolutely killing it. There's Liam Delap there at Ipswich. They got relegated, so he'd be a good option. Good young striker. Gift Orban, another good young striker, could be a great option. Adam Holzek, I mean, this guy... He could be a very, very good option. Balogun, maybe. Someone said Jesus Ferreira. Now, if you're new to the channel, you won't know I absolutely love Jesus Ferreira. I've signed him in so many saves in the past. He has signed for Leeds United this season, which is absolutely insane. Leeds United have him, and I believe they have Mateus Cunha. 2 players that you guys have suggested. So there is that option. I mean, we have a lot. Someone said go back in for Yorkiemann. That's it now, you know. And I'm still not completely against it, but I think I'm against it in January. Now, if Yorkiemann is still at Sporting next season and we can't get a better goal return from Dominic Solanke by the end of this year, or he becomes injury prone and we see a lot more injuries, then I think Yorkiemann could be the player we go for. But before we do any of the January stuff, let's do the hashtag Ask Yorkies. Now, if you don't know what hashtag Ask Yorkies are, that's basically you write hashtag Ask Yorkie, you ask a question, I answer it in the video, as long as like it's relevant or I haven't answered it like a bunch of times before. And the first hashtag Ask Yorkie of today's video is going to be, Yorkie, can you sign someone from Indonesia? Now, I did go out and do a little bit of research. It was pretty difficult, and I thought, to be honest with you, I was probably just going to have to send out a scout to find an Indonesian academy player, which we might do at some point, but I have found this guy. It's Mees Hilgers from FC20. Now, I've used this guy before quite a few times on Football Manager. I am a fan of him. We're going to wait until we get the scout report back, but someone did mention that we could maybe do with adding another centre-back into the team, right-footed. This could be that guy. So we'll just have to wait until we get the scout report back. Now, this next one from Ducky is for us to sign a backup goalkeeper to replace Foster. But Foster's not at the club anymore, and Dean Henderson's already our backup goalkeeper behind Vicario. So, yeah, that's where we're at with the goalkeeping situation. That also moves into the next question of bring back Gazzaniga. Not right now. I actually really like the idea of bringing Gazzaniga back, and he's been doing really well, but we've got Dean Henderson. We've got our backup. Our goalkeeper situation is solved in my mind for a while. Now, since it is the transfer window, it does make sense to go over a few of the players that you guys have been suggesting heavily. Lee Kangen is one of them. I'm not sure it's actually to play Cam, but Cam, CM, right wing. I'm guessing it would be more to play out wide. People are saying he could play on the left, but I'd actually be more inclined to play him on the right-hand side and move Brennan Johnson, maybe. I don't know. We're at a bit of a tricky situation with wingers right now because I'm very happy with Bakayoko, but I really do like the idea of signing him. Not playing for PSG looks good. This guy as well has been suggested quite a few times by a few different people, and he looks really good as well. And what strikes me the most is like holy play styles. This guy has 6 play styles. He's still young at 24, and I mean, yeah, he's very good. He's like, close to Reinders. He's going to be similar to his style of player. And I actually really like the look of him. Just keeps your eye peeled. I don't think I'd play him as a cam. I think I'd play him a bit deeper, but that pace is unreal. So imagine if we could retrain him to play the wing, but that'd be a big risk to play him on the wing. We were recommending recently, though, a very good young centre midfielder from England doing bits in real life. We'll get in there. And it's Jude Bellingham's brother, Job Bellingham. I actually really like the idea of signing him, because could you just imagine our midfield in like a couple of seasons time when you've got Joe Bellingham in there, you've got Archie Gray in there, you've got Bergvall coming back into that, you still have Sarr in the team. Like, our future midfield would be insane if we added someone like Joe Bellingham. I'm not sure it's the deal we should do now, but it definitely could be when we did and then loaned out. But yeah, I've just been adding players left, right, and center that you guys have been suggesting, but I need to figure out in my head as this window's opened, minus striker, where I really want to improve the team. So sure right now what we should be doing, to be honest with you, when I look at the stats, I can clearly see that we're not scoring enough goals with some of the offensive players we've got. Bakayoko is our top goal scorer. He's having an outstanding season, and Son behind him, as expected. But unless Velez can keep this run of form just really pumping, just really going, I think it has to be offensively where I look to improve the team first. But I aren't actually a big believer of just ripping a team apart in a January transfer window. Doesn't make sense to me. So as things stand, I'm not sure this is going to be a super busy window unless something crazy happens. I'm pretty happy with the squad. We just need to figure out what to do with Kulusevski and if we're going to make any changes up top. But you guys keep getting your suggestions in. I absolutely love them. And if you're new to the channel, you probably won't know. That's kind of how I like to play it in real life. We want to do our big business in the summer, and the summer transfer windows are absolutely insane. And then as we move to the January one, 1-2 players, maybe maximum, is all I really want to be doing. But thank you very much, lads, for all the hashtag Ask Yorkies. I appreciate you. Keep them coming. I enjoy reading them out. I'm just enjoying them. As I was reading them now, we may have had our answer for striker. I'm not even kidding. This just popped up as I was reading it out. Yeah, Velez just could be that guy, and he's making it really difficult for me right now to make any kind of decision where he doesn't start for us. He has scored the same amount of goals already as Dominic Solanke. I am expecting lots of offers to come in, though, and obviously Clayton going out, that is one that we're going to try and get done. That'll be a loan. Big one here for Pedro Porro from Liverpool. Absolutely not for me, but that is a big bid. The next Premier League game, though, does see us play against Wolves, and it's a win. Bakayoko, Son, and Velez. Still, man, keeps on bagging the goals. There's one thing I will say about Wolves. They are dreadful in the save. They look like they're heading towards relegation. In fact, we'll take a look now, but I definitely think that result will have pushed them closer towards relegation. They currently sit 17th. Crystal Palace are in that as well as Nottingham Forest. So the teams that actually came up are doing pretty well. One of them being Leeds, so I'm happy about that. But Burnley as well, look at that. They're in 10th. Own offer from Newcastle for Gray. Okay, their midfield actually isn't that strong. So apart from Gabrias and Joe Linton, it isn't a strong midfield for them. So I will... Oh, they've got Tonali as well. They weren't playing him. I actually think I'm going to accept this one. We'll see what other ones we get, but I don't think that's a bad move for him. I think he'd get game time as well. 2 years to Middlesbrough, rejecting that. We want the short-term one to Coventry. More youth scout reports back then, and this is our future. So we need to be getting good players, but I'm not overly keen on any of them there. Mark Evans, maybe. And because he's left back and we haven't signed that many... No, I'm going to reject. I genuinely, at this stage, I want the creme de la creme for the academy. When it comes to creme de la creme, this guy could be it. He's 13. It's Elias Kaninen. I don't bloody know, but he could be the guy. 83 to 94 potential. And we've got our first scout report back from Holland. And I actually think Holland should be a place where we find really good talent. But this first scout report is not looking very good. But these definitely look like names that might be easier for me to say. Lots of De Jongs. So we have managed to get some low moves out then. Archie Gray leaves. He goes to Newcastle. Slayton's gone as well. He's gone to Coventry. And Scarlett has left the club as well. He's gone out on loan too. I just get these youngsters this game time elsewhere. Archie Gray's going to be huge for this Spurs career mode for a long part of it. So I need to get him as good as possible. Huge news on the Victor Yorkiemann front. Arsenal in for him. We're also seeing Lombardi. That's Inter Milan, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Inter Milan. So he could be going elsewhere. And that is okay. We don't plan on signing him right now. In Velez, we trust. That was always the plan. That's not how I want to build this team. We've got a vision. You remember, boys, we have a vision here. So Silva going for 82 million to Barcelona is not what I expected to see, though, on my timeline. Valencia there making a sign-in. There's nothing actually huge apart from that big deal, though, that we've just seen go through so far. Our next matchup, though, is going to be against Coventry in the FA Cup. An opportunity for us to see some of these youngsters get some real opportunity in the team. I would like to go as far as possible in the FA Cup this season. I really would. I want to win a trophy here in season number 2. I would love to win a trophy here in season number 2. Oh, we stole it back. Udoji. Oh, that's not the ball I wanted. I'm going to keep going there with more, though. I'm going to lift that one in. To Odegaard! What a save from Collins! How the hell did Collins save that? No words. Can I get a good ball in? Can't. Udoji will collect. It's not a position I really want Murillo in. Although I'm going to find Donnelly now in a good position. Odegaard again. Back to Donnelly. Gets it into Velez. I feel really bad because they've got a man down. Velez nearly scores. Oh, you've absolutely ripped someone down with Mikey Moore. He could be in trouble. He is in trouble. It's a red. I'm not so sure this should have been a red, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Just give him a yellow. It's not from behind. The studs aren't up. I think that's a poor red card to give Mikey Moore. But he gets an opportunity in the first team and he's got himself bloody sent off. The FA Cup was a competition I really wanted us to try and win. And now we have a uphill climb. Well, I'm basically just saying now, I'm not going to go down the left-hand side. Because I haven't made a change. I'm keeping it how it is for now. Great footwork from Donnelly. Donnelly still tries to slide it in. He finds Velez. Oh, that's a great tackle. Really do like Donnelly. I can't lie. I'm just a fan. I brought Angel Gomez on for the second half just because I think he can drift out a bit wider if need be from that centre mid position. And that's what I want to do. Donnelly drifts out wide as well now. So I'm hoping with those changes it will be enough. But I think my biggest issue right now against Coventry is just trying to break them down. Inside there to Donnelly. Donnelly then over to Velez. It's going to be near post. It's going to be difficult for him. Slides it back to Donnelly. Donnelly's touch was heavy. And we're just really struggling to break them down at this moment in time. That's probably one of the best moves of the second half from us. Reinders. Oh, he's found Velez. He had the defender on the back foot. Defender couldn't get to him. Velez. Oh, my God. What a moment. Oh, right at the end of the game. I really didn't want to replay. Velez is going to score yet again. Reinders wins it back yet again. I cannot state how good Reinders has been in this team. I really can't. He had the defender on the back foot. We get in a good position. Oh, Praise the Lord. Late on in the day, they've not done anything, Coventry. Well, they got a corner here, and it's a good one, and it's a huge save from Henderson. And we will get the win. That was touch and go. I can't believe Mikey Moore got sent off so early on into this match, but we do progress in the FA Cup. Well, I got to say, this is a pretty big deal that's happened now in the window. Fabrizio can confirm it. Can you believe that Bayer Leverkusen have got even better? Thibaut Courtois has signed for them. That is just madness. They're such a mammoth team right now. Well, we've got the scout report back now on Hilgers, and I am... Jeez, the Indonesian player here has jockey, intercept, and slide tackle. 3 things that I love to see. And he's good. He's quick. He's not a great passer, so that's something we're going to have to work on. But he's got the speed. He's got decent jumping. Stamina's all right. Strength's all right. I think we're going to go in for him. I think this might be the first deal. I did not expect to be signing an Indonesian player, but we'd have never known about him if it weren't for the comment. That is exactly why your guys' comments are so important. Genuinely so important. Let's go in for like 15 million because I'm going to be loaning out Vucevic. I don't know how you say his name. He's not good enough for the team right now, but he's young. This guy at 24 can come in and play a part. 16.1, fine, not a problem. He will take sporadic as well. I already love this guy's attitude towards joining Tottenham Hotspur. This is going to be a great time, but I'd like more than 2 years. Let's at least get 3. It's not going to be a high wage or signing bonus. This is a great deal, in my opinion. I've also been toying around with the potential idea of maybe having a 3 at the back formation at some point, and this guy really would fit that. So the deal is done. Hilgers is our first signing of the January transfer window. And as I mentioned before, I don't really expect him to be our last signing, but I'm not looking to do that much business in January. A lot of this transfer window, though, will land on what you suggest. But there we go. Hilgers, first signing. And he looks good. I'm going to train him as a ball-playing defender. Now, this is a very clear indication, though, of how goddamn well Velez is doing. He is in the Premier League team of the week. And he's going to start once again for us today in this game against Aston Villa. It's a snowy game as well. We haven't had many of these, so I'm excited for it. He's going to start, and Hilgers is going to get his debut. I just think Aston Villa are really good at pace, right? They're going to turn you inside out, and Hilgers is, I think, our fastest centre-back. So him and Van der Ven will be the centre-back partnership for this one today. I'm excited to see how he gets on, and hopefully we can get a bit of revenge against Aston Villa. They beat us 2-0 in the last episode. And as you'd expect, they have a very strong starting 11 today, Villa. They're 7th in the league and looking to climb. Wilfred Nonto playing in their team. It still annoys me, lads. It still annoys me. Willie is definitely the kind of player I maybe would have looked at. Play out wide, play up top comfortably as well. So, yeah, a little bit frustrated. But I am happy with Bakayoko, actually. I can't, let's not understate that one. Can I flip one in here to Velez? I can't. Bakayoko has been beastly for me, so at least we still got a decent deal. It's hard to see the pitch in this snow. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard to see where my players are. It's hard to see what kind of movement they're making. It's just hard. It's all around. It's hard. Let it in. Oh, Velez, good footwork. Get it into Son. What's been given there? Was he off? Was he genuinely off? Ow. Oh, his boots off. Somebody's running. Going to play that one out wide. Slide it back in to Velez. He's got good footwork. Can I create space? That's the question. And that's what I'm struggling with. Tyrone Mings is actually defending well. So you can tell this is a video game and not real life. Nonto played a great ball in behind it. Bailey. Hilgers couldn't get that. And we get lucky. Oh my God. I'm proper struggling to see where the damn ball is. This is so difficult. And that's into Barkley. Barkley found Bailey. Huge save from Vicario that. I'm proper struggling to see. I might have to stick the glasses on, boys. I might have to stick the glasses on. Maddison. Oh, what a goal from James Maddison. I needed something like that in this weather. I really did. In these conditions, I needed something special. And to be fair to Maddison, he's definitely been a special player for me this season. What a finish that is. No chance for Martinez. Bakayoko. Is that a good ball in? It's not. It's not. Although we're going to get it back to him. Bakayoko still. Oh, it's 2. Just like that. Falling apart are Aston Villa and Tottenham take a 2-goal advantage. I genuinely thought when we pumped the ball into Velez, the chance is gone, but Bakayoko just keeps the run going, and he's calm in front of goal. He's our top goal scorer, remember, lads. Keeping Brennan Johnson out of the team right now. He's really making it look like that is the deal of the window. We probably will come up with who's been the best signing of this season, but he's winning it by a long shot right now. On top, bit of space. Hilgers. Oh, lovely. What a tackle that is, and his recovery runs are fantastic. How's his passing? It's not that bad, is it? Was that a ball in? It is. Maddison. Oh, he should have scored again. What a pass from Donnelly, who's the substitute we brought on. We made quite a few changes because I feel comfortable at this stage of the game. It's basically scoreline reverse for us right now against Villa. They beat us 2-0. We are now beating them 2-0. That's a good ball into Nonto. That's a great save from Vicario. We get our revenge in the end then. Even though that was impossible to see where the damn football was, we're going to win this one 2-0. Another 2 quick-fire goals for us and another great performance. And that result right there sees us back into second place in the Premier League. Now, that's where we're going to leave this episode because I wanted to do half the January window this episode because I didn't realise how jam-packed with just games, man. Just absolutely jam-packed the month of December is. And then the month of January, we're going to have Monaco. We've still got Bruges. We still have to figure out what we're going to do. Do we sign a striker? Do we not sign a striker? Do we sell Kulusevski? Do we not sell Kulusevski? These are all things we have to figure out because after the next episode where we finish off the window and go through some games, there'll be one more till the end of the season. So I need your guys' feedback and I need it as quickly as damn possible. Kulusevski stays or goes? I think it's probably time. He wants to leave. I think it's time to pull the plug, but I don't want to sell someone and make you guys unhappy if you think it's definitely the wrong thing to do. And then as for striker, do we stick with Solanke, Velez, and then Donnelly here and there? I'm really impressed with Donnelly in this episode. Really enjoyed using him. I think the guy's got bags of talent. Could be something there for us in the future. So they're the key things that we need to know. If you've got any other player suggestions, lead them down there. There are some suggestions that we didn't go through today that weren't #AskYorkies that I've started scouting or adding to the list from the comments on the last episode. I just want to say a big thank you to all of you as per usual. I am on the mend. I'm getting better soon. This one will have come out on Tuesday. The next Spurs episode shouldn't come out until the following Tuesday as I'm away. I'm in Dublin. But then after that, we should be back to normal. I've even taken a little bit of a reduced schedule at work so that we can focus a little bit more on the content on the channel. So thank you all, and I will see you for the next episode. I don't even know what's going to happen.